Good morning, everyone. Namaste. It is I, Gina Louisa, here. It is May 6th, and I've been contemplating the card reading since this morning. I love that. I like waking up and I do the card reading, and then before I do this daily alchemy, it gives me something to contemplate as for what God wants me to talk about. And I've been really thinking about, because the cards were intense this morning. They were. And you know what? It really occurred to me that they mirrored each other this morning. They really did. It was just the shock of it, like the truth of it really like caught me like a wave this morning. Because I had pulled the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords is like got all of this potential in his rear, and to go, and he's got to hold his horse back because he's just the knight, right? And then that was underneath, and then above that was the king, the King of Pentacles, right? Sitting there upon your throne, having everything, right, in the physical world that you need. And I had cut to the Ten of Swords, right? Okay, if you looked at the card and the sword's all sticking up, right, like this, and there's the guy laying down like this, and it's all like green on the bottom of the card, and it's got and there was a deer standing there, right? I didn't see the deer, of course. First you look at it, my God, the Ten of Swords. You think, I cut to it, done, okay. And then I go and I pulled my card of creation underneath. It was underneath. I mean, when I flipped over so just like that, and just like that Knight of Swords, the card of creation was like all the potential. It's like this big wave of lava coming at you. It's like it's like the ripple, how it creates. It's just that call it creation. It's just coming at you. It's all this potential, right? Just kind of like the Knight of Swords, like all this potential, right? And above that, which is really what made me want to start talking about it, that card, okay, it was like a design, and I said it's like sort of like soulmate-ish, And when I think about it, it to me, I call it my Thoth card. Like it really does represent to me that soulmate, but that connection with your own soul, being mated with everything you've ever been and everything you can be and everything wow, everything you've ever brought into aliveness, to all of your incarnations, to understanding what it is you have to bring to with this incarnation into the world. It hit me, and I'm like, that's my Thoth card, because it's many incarnations. You see the bird, the little bird sitting on the guy's head, and there he is, the shaman with his crazy eyes, and that's me, It's like really, it is. And just like the King of Pentacles, the Thoth card is where you're headed, is where you want to go, So you start off at this like little ripple of creation, like hot on one side, cold on the other, and you wind up as Thoth. Whoa, right? And then I cut. And here's the profoundness of the card I cut to. Okay, I cut to a scene. Mountains. And nature. And in the exact same position, the grass growing and a deer. The exact same position is on the Ten of Swords. and like this wave hit me in the head when I pondered it. Just like our bodies of millennia ago laid down and are the very earth, are the very mountains that the nature grows off of now. I mean, really, that's exactly how I saw it. The Ten of Pentacles shows that. We took all of that life gave us, and laid our very bodies down and became the earth itself. It's true. It's even evident in a lot. You look up, the word is mud fossils. Really. And no matter what else, people may speculate when you look at something, okay, and you look at a geological formation. No matter what other speculations people say, millions of years ago, perhaps. But look at it, really step back. There's a reader who says, if you want to really see something, you got to step back and look at it. Does that color really go with that? I don't know. Put it over there and go stand over there and look at it. Tweak it. Okay. Really. Now I see how it from a different perspective. Okay, really look at stuff that at one time there were less incarnations, very bigger and very less like we are squishy and soft and very evolved. They were less evolved, like just like just like the creation painting, a splash of lava and a splash of air and water, and we were there fighting for our survival, just being, and creation went from big things to a little less, to a little smaller, and we ourselves are the very beings, okay, that have always been, okay. That's hard to describe, I know. But study mud fossils. And now then you'll understand the Ten of Pentacles and the card of the mountain. It's exactly the same, okay? Everything we've ever been has been laid down for everything that is to come that we are bringing into the world. It's not like we're laying it down for somebody else. It's us, okay? We have many incarnations. It just keeps going. There's no way out. I don't care what they tell you. It could be your last incarnation. Who the hell did you get your information from? There's no way out. Why out? What do you want out for? This is everything. Okay? It's, it's from the first hot splashing on cold. And then the next thing is what happened, that stuff gets to be created with now. It's more, and it's like, when you're a little kid, like say you take the water and you splash it on the dirt, okay, and now there's mud to play with. Right, before you had water and dirt, now you got mud to play with. And with that mud, you can make stuff, right? That's so cool. Like you make this and you make that out of that mud, okay, and then. Then maybe later it got all hard, that thing you made. Maybe you made a thing like a bowl, okay, out of that mud, right? And it got hard in the sun, right? And you can use it to drink from, and you could do all kind of things with that bowl. And then you just like leave it and forget it. And then that bowl perhaps gets, a little bird sits in it and starts building a nest or whatever. It becomes a home of somebody. Who knows what happens, okay? Evolution. It showed us it's so connected. Like how magical was that? The exact and even the fact that it happened at the same time at that moment this morning, where the deer is in the exact same position that I had an epiphany. Like the googly-eyed hypnotist. an epiphany that I wanted to share with everyone. Really, it's amazing. Like the first time I really like studied mud fossils, that was an epiphany. It's like, of course. Ah, of course. Why you feel such an affinity with a place? It's because you probably are the rocks you're picking up. You are every stage from you being, a big, like they say, Metatron, to going through. You've had to go through all of the stages of life to here we are here. And who knows? We've also had to be everything from the other way too. We've also had to be like that one cell all the way up to here. So here we are, humanity. The middle, okay? We are the bubble in the middle of the level of everything. Like I say, we are the crest of the wave. We're the bubble in the middle of the level of creation itself, of time itself. Think about that. Think about that. Let that really soak in. Okay? We are in our every motion, in our every utterance and thought, in our every initiation, I have a poem that says, was it a poem or was it a song? It might have been a real heavy rock song at one time, who is it that you think that you are? Who is it that you think you are? I used to say, who is it that you think you are not? Do you shine? Are you a star? Right? And do you daily do your part? Why do you think that you were born here? And what is the meaning of all you are doing here? And what do you take? What do you leave? And what is the meaning of all you achieve? I leave you with that thought today. I leave myself with that thought today. Really deep. To understand that my sacrifices all through my existence have never been in vain. You know what I'm saying? Never ever been in vain. Go ahead, burn me at the stake and rip me apart. And oh, God, the interesting ways they've tried to do away with me throughout the... really, trying to do away with me, my energy, so I can never come back. Oh my God, poor lead and hot. I've had all kinds of shit. I don't even want to speak of the ways they've tried to get rid of me, But you can't. You can't get rid of, the dawn. It comes back, They could do all their rituals as it's evening, right? And then night falls and they're all, yay, we got rid of it, yay, we're all happy with themselves and shit, as if they actually did something else. But then the dawn comes back and some, goodbye. Bye, night creatures, you gotta go away again. Because it's the time now, okay? It is time now. Thoth is alive, walking the earth with my little parrot above my head. How cute is that? Oh my goodness, all things manifest. Isn't it wonderful? Right? Manifesting paradise. I'm manifesting paradise. Come manifest with me.